Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Capricorn, April 22, 2025. Today's Sun-Mars square can be a real instigator. Avoid letting impulses and complicated feelings control you, even if circumstances seem to have you focusing on frustrations, but do try to tap into a need for action. While you may feel rushed or pressured, it's best not to push. Restlessness can also take over as you consider everything you'd like to do, but another part of you is not quite ready to partake. Pay attention to what comes up to the surface with Mars in your solar house stirring up what's buried. You can learn a lot about lingering anger or unrecognized needs and desires. Taking a partner's viewpoint into account can be especially rewarding today, and there can be a spirit of growth, progress, or advancement in a relationship or with feelings about your relationship status. Embrace the cosmic bouquet that is today. Big money and wealth could be on the conversation docket for you and a significant other today. In fact, your partner may have an idea about how you can add a side hustle or even get a more competitive job. Listen to their advice, as they are picking up on a frequency that may help both of you prosper and grow. As mental Mercury, our cosmic messenger planet, smiles in a sextile upon powerhouse Pluto, profound revelations are sure to be everywhere you look. Be open to what the universe and others are telling you. An unexpected door may open today. Go into your professional commitments and offers with an open mind when Venus in Pisces sextiles Uranus in Taurus. The last few weeks may have tested your patience if your professional arrangements and offers were stalled. There could have been issues and ongoing arrangements, or you may have felt unsure about pursuing a new commitment. Thankfully, there will be an unexpected nudge to move forward in a different direction. Pay attention to the signs and signals that will come to help you commit to a new pathway today. Communication is one of the main tenets of good health. We are responsible for working out the physical and emotional energy we come into contact with. Often, we can tackle both at once. Long runs give us time to focus on specific issues and find solutions. Yoga classes help us get centered and look within to find patience when we thought we'd run out. Try to exercise with the awareness that your heart must be health. Why? In order to speak its truth. Your ability to be empathic will be enhanced on this day. This can really serve you well when it comes to understanding the people you are closest to. Further, if there has been any sort of conflict around you, you will be able to foster cooperation readily. Be sure to let others know that you understand their feelings and that you are willing to help out. This can bring more comfort than you might realize today. Leave a little energy for some romance this evening. The lead up to the moon's return to your work sector tomorrow and the window this will give into the changing landscape of this professional year is an important point in any month for having your antennas up while taking a wait-and-see approach. Making it easier to answer the professional god's call to keep your work hat on is having the moon in a playful and creative part of your chart as the sun returns to your sector of adventure, travel, learning, and discovery today. Mars, in his first weekend in a nostalgic and reflective part of your chart, is adding to a call to keep your work hat off. At the same time that the moon is making its monthly visit to your romantic sector, the asteroid Juno, the queen of commitment, is not only spending her first weekend back in your communication sector, but she is already closely aligned with the planets in your relationship sector. In the same way that Juno has retrograded back in for a do-over 2 months after leaving Venus, the planet of love is doing the same in your relationship sector, with the two able to join forces again. Capricorn, today invites you to realign with your purpose. Your quote of the day: discipline without joy is just pressure. Your color of the day is slate gray, focused and steady. Lucky numbers: 4, 13, 23. You may feel the weight of responsibility. Remember, you chose this path for a reason. Reconnect to your ascente EOY. A simple task done with care becomes meaningful. Release control where it's no longer needed. Our eyes in the sky. Let's take a moment to pause and breathe together, because the energy coming through for April 22, 2025, carries a sense of grounding and quiet clarity. Whether you're here to reflect, find a message, or simply take a moment for yourself, This reading is meant to speak to you in whatever way you need most. And remember, there's always something valuable in every pull, even if it doesn't immediately make sense. Trust what lands. The first card drawn today is the Knight of Cups. This card often arrives when we're being invited to follow the whispers of our heart, even if the logic isn't all worked out yet. This isn't about rushing towards something blindly, but rather moving in alignment with what feels meaningful. You might find yourself drawn to a creative idea, a connection, or even a dream that's been quietly sitting in the background for a while now. The Knight of Cups is romantic not just in love, but in how he approaches life, seeking beauty, depth, and emotional truth. So maybe today is the day to romanticize your life a little. Play your favorite music while doing the dishes. Light a candle just because. Say what you really mean. Let your heart lead even in small ways. Next, we have the Two of Pentacles, which brings a balancing act into focus. Many of us are juggling more than usual right now: work and personal projects, emotional loads, decisions about the future, and it can feel like a lot to hold. This card reminds you that it's okay to reassess your rhythm. Is there a way to make things a little easier on yourself? Are you saying yes to things that you've outgrown, simply out of habit? Today might be a good time to check in with your priorities and allow some grace if you feel like you're not keeping up. You're doing your best, and sometimes, balance doesn't mean perfect symmetry. It just means you're giving each part of your life enough care without losing yourself in the process. The third card in the spread is the Eight of Wands, which brings in a burst of momentum and forward movement. This card shows up when things start clicking into place more quickly than expected, or when clarity arrives after a period of confusion. You might receive news, experience a shift in energy, or feel suddenly inspired to take action. And when that momentum shows up, trust it. Go with it. Sometimes, we overthink ourselves out of beautiful opportunities simply because they arrive faster than we thought they would. If you've been waiting for a sign to take the next step, this might be it. And remember, you don't need to have everything figured out to begin. Just move with what feels true. Now we come to the Queen of Swords, a figure of wisdom, clarity, and direct communication. She's been through her share of lessons, and she speaks with truth and precision, not to harm, but to liberate. You may be called to say something that's been sitting on your chest, or to set a clear boundary in a way that honors your peace. This isn't about being cold, it's about being clear. And clear is kind. Maybe you've been holding back to keep the peace, or maybe you've been second-guessing your intuition. The Queen is here to remind you, your voice matters. Your thoughts matter. You don't need to soften your truth to make it more palatable. Speak it with compassion, but don't dilute it. And finally, the reading closes with the Ten of Pentacles, a beautiful sign of stability, legacy, and long-term fulfillment. This card speaks to what you're building, not just for today, but for the future. It may show up as a sense of security in your home or finances, support from family or community, or even a moment of recognition that you're part of something bigger than yourself. Even if you're in the early stages of your journey, this card reminds you that you're laying bricks for something lasting. Every step you take now contributes to the larger story. Keep investing your energy where it matters. Keep choosing what feels real and aligned. You're creating something that will not only sustain you but ripple out in ways you may not even see yet. So today, with the Knight of Cups, Two of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, Queen of Swords, and Ten of Pentacles, we see a story unfolding, one where the heart leads, balance is gently reclaimed, momentum builds, truth is spoken, and a sense of long-term peace begins to form. You're not behind. You're not lost. You're in motion, even if it feels slow. And everything you're experiencing now has a purpose, each part shaping the whole. If any of this resonated with you today, I'd really love to hear what part of this journey you're in. Are you feeling the momentum picking up? Are you learning to trust your voice again? Maybe you're in the balancing act stage, trying to stay grounded while everything moves around you. Drop a comment below if you feel called to share your story. It's always amazing how our personal experiences can mirror each other in unexpected ways. No matter what today holds, I hope you carry this message with you. You are allowed to grow slowly. You are allowed to change your mind. You are allowed to choose yourself. You're already doing the work even when it feels invisible. Keep going, and know that you're supported.